Boom! Yet again, Ethan. Here we go. Chat with Gunner, episode
53?
53, exactly. Man, coming off a fantastic last weekend. The People's Captain NFL Playoffs Parlay hit exactly how I said it was going to hit. Every game. All 4 games. How'd you want to play them? Money line, regular spread, throw the tees on that spread. However I said you wanted to play it, you should have played that game. What game did I say was going to be close, huh? The Browns-Chiefs? Did I say it was going to be close? The Browns should have won that game, but they didn't. So it was close, man. Should have took those Browns. I told y'all, stay away from the Chiefs. Stay away from those Chiefs. Who was the upset of the week? Who was that barking dog of the week? Tom Brady. Why is Tom Brady a dog on the wild card? Why? Tom Brady getting that win, making Drew Brees look sorry. That defense, woo-wee. I tell you what, that defense made Drew Brees go out into his career in a bad way, real bad way. All right, so if you would have put $25 on the parlay that I told you about, the NFL People's Captain Playoff Parlay, if you would have played that last week, you would have hit every single game, and you would have profited $158.69. And that's just off $25. Now, man, if you'd put $100 on that, you're making $500. If you put $200 on that, you're making $1,000. 3, 15, 4, $2,000, 5, $2,500. What are you doing? You need to be getting your picks. You need to be listening to this. You need to be taking this to the bag. Which leads us in to this weekend. Now, this weekend, we got to switch it up a little bit. We got to change it up a little bit. Saturday, no NFL, but Saturday, the UFC is back. This has been Fight Island, Abu Dhabi, but the first pay-per-view of the year is this Saturday, and the headline, the notorious, the Mystic Mac himself, Conor McGregor, bringing that proper fighting style against Dustin Poirier. This is going to be their second fight of all time. So the first fight, Conor knocked Dustin out at 145 pounds within 2 minutes. So now we have the big build-up. Conor versus Dustin, doing it again. Conor yet again on another comeback. He hasn't fought since last January. They're fighting at 155. Dustin seems to be a lot better than he was back then, right? But still, Conor, I feel like he's still in his prime. He's still getting better. And think about this. Conor's the only guy in the UFC that has the funds, has the money to put together a $1 million camp, right? So when you look at some of these boxers, these top-level boxers that can put together $1 million camps, you know, they obviously have the advantage. Floyd Mayweather's always going to have the advantage because of the camp that he can put together, the people he can surround himself with, his resources, right? Conor is that in the UFC. Now you're looking at a Conor that has his body in better shape than it's ever been, which makes me believe that his nutrition is better than it has ever been, that his mindset is better than it has ever been. And most importantly, his cardio and his wind might be better than it has ever been. And if that's the case, it's going to be either a very short night for Dustin Poirier or a very long night for Dustin Poirier. Regardless, I do not see Conor losing this fight. So what I'm going to give you this weekend, I'm going to give you 2 parlays to play. 2 parlays to play Saturday and Sunday. The Saturday parlay is going to be the UFC 257 People's Captain, there's nothing to rhyme there, parlay. So you're going to take Conor McGregor against Dustin, Michael Chandler making his debut against the Hangman. I believe it's Dan Hooker, maybe. I might be wrong about that. But anyways, you're looking at Michael Chandler's debut. That's the important part. He's the dog in this. Slight dog. It looks like a pick'em almost. So you get good odds there. Michael Chandler coming over from Bellator, been a very long time. He's also a guy that absolutely just busts his tail, every day that he's been in MMA, fighting and clawing his way up, and he's a great story. I think he's going to make an immediate impact. I believe his wrestling is what wins this fight. Michael Chandler, I like that. And Amanda Ribas going up against Marina Rodriguez. Listen, Amanda Ribas is a savage. So whenever she fights, I like to take her against anybody she's fighting outside of the top two. Okay, so I like Amanda Ribas right there. So if you take a 3-fight parlay, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, Amanda Ribas, you're really only taking one dog, and that dog is Michael Chandler, who's not even really a dog, right? He's a really live dog. It's a pick 'em. This is not DraftKings. You don't got to put $15 and win 6 fights and make sure it's a 6-fight fight, make sure it's 6 knockouts and to win, a bunch of money. Here's what you need to do. You need to put more money in on this. Put more money in on this. Play with more money and play this fight right here. I'm taking half of my earnings from last weekend from that parlay that I hit, and I'm throwing it right here. So we're playing house money, taking Conor, taking Chandler, taking Ribas, putting $250 on it. You put $250 on it, the payout's over $800. So that's Saturday. Sunday, the NFL. We're here. It's the last games before the Super Bowl. So these are big. You're looking at the Packers are the number 1 offense in the league. The Bucs are the number 2 offense in the league. They're going head-to-head. The Bills are the number 3 offense in the league, and the Chiefs are the number 4 offense in the league. They're going head-to-head. So you're looking at the top 4 offenses in the league have made it to the divisional rounds, all right, to the championship games. So who's going to win? Which offense is going to play better? Let's break down the Packers and the Bucs. The Packers and the Bucs. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. It's going to be a fantastic game. That's a game that every quarterback out there should ever want to watch, right? It's in Lambeau. It's in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Check the weather. The weather's going to be nasty, all right? The weather's going to be nasty. Does that play a favor for the Packers? One would say yes. The other one would say Tom Brady came from New England. Tom Brady's played in every type of ball game that you could possibly play, and Tom Brady will be ready for a snow game, for a cold game, and he can deliver in those conditions. You're correct, but here's where we're at. Green Bay has already played these games this year, and they've showed out in those games this year. Tampa Bay is a warm weather team. Yes, you have Gronkowski. Yes, you have Tom Brady. Yes, they're from New England, but that's it. The rest of this team is made up of cold or warm weather players. How are they going to react? We don't know. Anything can happen in football. It's a 3-point spread, right? The Bucs are the dog, 3-point spread. 2 ways you can play this game. You can take Packers money line, because I do think the Packers get the job done. Aaron Rodgers is just too tough. That offense is just too great this year. Or you can tease the Bucs to +9. This is a 1-score ball game. So you tease the Bucs +9. I like that as well. Jumping over to the Bills and the Chiefs. Number 3 versus number 4 offense of the league. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes got knocked out of last week's game with a concussion. How does the concussion protocol work? Is he practicing this week? He is. But he still has to get cleared before Saturday to be able to play Sunday. And that's the NFL's new rules, right? It's out of his trainer's hands. It's out of his doctor's hands. It's out of his trainer's hands, out of his coach's hands. It's into the protocol in the doctor's hands. The Bills, they're having that big year, that first big year. Josh Allen is playing well. Their defense is playing well. Here's the pro and con to the Bills. The con is I don't think they've played a good game this playoffs. The pro is they haven't played a good game this playoffs, and they've won both games against really good teams, and they're due a good game. So if you're listening to what I'm saying, you should pick this up. Here's the golden nugget. The Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs should not have beaten the Browns, regardless of that play in the first half or regardless of Patrick Mahomes going out. The Browns should have won that game. They gave that game to the Chiefs. But here's what's going to happen. Josh Allen and this offense is about to explode onto the Kansas City Chiefs. I just have that feeling. They're going to show out. Regardless if the Chiefs have a good game or not, it's going to be a high-scoring game. They're going to show out. Mark that down. The Bills are +3. So here's two different ways to play this. Moneyline Bills, you're going to get them about +150. Or you tease the Bills from 3 to 9, and you run that parlay. If you run that parlay, you're going to get Bucks +9, Bills +9, okay? Or you take the money line. You take Packers, Bills, which is what I've done, put $250 on that, payouts over $800. That's the play. Packers, Bills, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, Amanda Ribas. That, my friends, is your plays for this week. Those are going to hit, and the Super Bowl is going to be Packers versus Bills. Now, in the Super Bowl, the Packers are going to win. And when the Packers win that game in the Super Bowl, our house account at 12 Point Logistics is going to profit $5K because we already got it in. Before the playoffs started, we took the Packers, put $1,000 on the Packers, and if that wins, we're going to win $5K. So, big things happening right here when it comes to gambling in 2021. We're starting off hot, and we're going to finish even hotter. So take those plays and let's run them. Let's run those plays. This is going to be something that you look back on here in a few weeks, and that I'm reposting here in a few weeks, and I'm going to go, listen, check the dates on the videos when they were uploaded. I told you so, right? I told you so. Whew. I think I want to stay away from the real world.
Yeah, it's too real, man.
Yeah, I want to stay away from the real world. I want to stay away from the politics. I want to stay away from the left-right battle, the liberal-conservative battle, the calling people names on whatever side, is this racism, is it not racism? I'm done with all that. Joe Biden is the president, and I'm done with it. The inauguration was yesterday.
Yeah.
And here's what I watched. I watched Trump go to Marine One. I watched Trump go to the Air Force Base. I watched Trump give a speech. I watched Trump get on Air Force One, and I turned off the rest of the show.
That's basically all I saw, too.
And then I watched the UFC. They had a day show, so we watched that. Yeah, so done with politics, unless something just really...
We're done with politics until further notice.
Yeah, until further notice, until like something really...
cool or bad happens.
Right.
Yeah.
If I get aliens...
we're less than 180 days away.
If I get 1776 in 2021...
That's dangerous.
Yeah. So, if I get an emergency warning and you're not allowed to broadcast...
We're broadcasting.
Yeah. So, I'm into all that. The rest of it, staying away from it. Things we can focus on. Video games.
Yeah.
We'll focus on some video games. We can focus on some TV shows.
Yeah.
We can focus on some goals. We can focus on some working out.
Yeah.
We talked about all that. I don't know what happened to all that. We got to get back on it.
We got to get back to that.
We're going to talk about lifting weights, growing beards, and picking winning games.
Hey,
that's what we're going to talk about.
That's wholesome content right there.
And we're gonna start. Listen, these hour-long shows, they're done. They're done. Unless I'm just on one, they're done. So these shows are now going to be streamlined, 10 to 20 minutes. It's going to be gambling advice, a little bit of rambling with me and Ethan, maybe if something cool happens. Primarily gambling advice right now for the moment, for the winter spring. And if we got something to brag about, we'll brag about it. And if we don't, we're not just going to sit up here and just ramble about politics. So nobody wants to hear that. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit more content that we can do. We've talked about it a little bit, just like other stuff that we can do with the brand, not necessarily with stuff that we've done before. I mean, we have a whole capture card now. There's endless possibilities now.
Right. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to play video games.
Why not?
Yeah. So that's going to be a thing. Whether it's the game I want to play or if the game Ethan wants to play, maybe we'll knock out 10 minutes of gambling, and then you can watch us fiddle around 20 minutes on a video game or something.
I think there'll be separate videos, but there may be more content in a 1 week than just one video.
Something.
For sure.
So, but very condensed, because I know you people's time, your brains, you don't have the energy. You got to be like this. Hey. You got to be in your face. You got to be right here. Right. Hey. Like that's how you got to get people's attention now. Like, hey, let me get your attention. Right. Let me get that right there. Right. You got some 3D glasses on because I'm about to give you one of these fists right here. Okay. That's what you need.
We need to make a VR video just so people can watch that in 3D.
Yeah. Okay.
Good Lord.
Here's a little too. I played the Oculus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When'd you do that?
So my nephew.
Yeah.
Got one the other day. Family dinner. I should have told. Well,
Which one was it?
It was last Wednesday.
Well, which Oculus is it? Is it the white one?
Yes.
The brand new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm aiming at getting here within the next couple weeks. I have never played one of those.
Okay, so they had this war game, Upward, Upstate. I don't know, something along those. I don't know, something along those lines. But it's kind of like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
More like Counter-Strike though.
Yeah.
So you get in, and bro, you gotta how to grip the thing.
Yeah.
That's different for me. And you got your gun here. You pull your gun off. You rack it. You put your magazine in.
It's so
it's
fun.
Really cool. It's very frustrating. Really cool.
Yeah. I will say this. I did get a small stint with a PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Here within the last week. One of my friends has one, and he was just like, "Hey man, I have the Oculus now. If you want to borrow it, because I've been weighing on whether I get a PSVR or an Oculus 2.
Yeah.
I'm getting an Oculus 2.
Gotcha.
But I played a game called Blood and Truth, and it is literally just a Tom Cruise action movie set in London, like mafia.
Yeah.
Like it's a really good game, but it's all it is shooting with two hands.
Yeah.
But man, it really just captures you all at the front end.
Yeah.
And then it's nothing but just shooting people, and there's a specific button to do a pistol flick. Well, yeah, you can do it constantly, and then you just stop and you just fire. Oh man, it's so cool. There's some moments in there that's just.
So maybe we need to get our hands on an Oculus. Can that go up on the screen too?
Yes.
Okay.
So if we want to do that, theoretically we could. I'll look into it because that is one thing I've been wanting to do.
Because the green screen room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I simply want to get that big green screen room just give me it for 2 hours. The battery life of an Oculus 2. And just let me just be in there for an hour and a half.
Because I broke my sister's wall. Because there's a training phase to when you first to get everything, figure out how to pick things up and stuff. So one's like pick up this ping pong ball and swing your ping pong paddle.
Yeah.
So here I am, trying to but dude, it's rough. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
But it is, you can hurt yourself.
There's a lot of games out there that are very, very interesting that I think.
There's a baseball game I really want to play.
Oh man, baseball! I did rock climbing for like an hour and a half. My arms still feel like jelly on the backsides, just because I was. You're standing still. You're not lifting anything.
Yeah.
But it's the constant movement, up and down, and then it's the reaches, and it's the. Oh man, one of the climbing games, there's a jump that you have to make, and it's the most terrifying thing I've ever done in VR. Of just see. I know I can make it. I just gotta push off and then turn and grab.
Yep.
But it was it's hard to do it.
I bet.
Oh man.
I bet. All right, so there's that. The gambling advice is there. Take these games. Ethan, put some money on these games.
Fine.
Packers, Bills, Conor, Michael, Rebus.
Okay.
Telling you, I've got $500 out this weekend. Now that's all house money.
Yeah.
But I got $500 out trying to make $1,600. And if I make that $1,600, I'm putting $1,600 on the Super Bowl.
Good Lord. I can respect it.
So if I hit, I'm putting all of my house money on the Super Bowl.
You currently only have 500 house money?
Oh no, this is my MGM account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not even touching DraftKings.
I did see MGM have a couple commercials here recently. I was like, what the hell?
Let me tell you how I grew this MGM account. You ready? They had a $100 buy-in. You get $100, like a $100 deposit got you a $100 free play.
Makes sense.
I deposited $100, got the $100 free play, took my $100 out.
Yeah.
Okay. That night I put $100 on the Chattanooga game.
Yeah.
Won. Then this was 2 weekends ago. I hit 3 of the 4 games. So I put $50 on each of those.
Yeah.
So I came out with a profit. Then last weekend, I put all that shit on the 4-game parlay that I was talking about, and that hit. So now I had like $600.
Good
so
Lord.
I put 500 out this weekend. Still got 100 in there that I had originally.
So at least you're gonna definitely put on like $100 on the Super Bowl. At least.
Oh, listen, the Super Bowl is going to get a hefty price. Just because it's because I said I was going to gamble all year. I'm not. Not doing it. Not doing it.
It's not fiscally advisable.
Yeah, it's not. So what I think I want to do is I want to gamble football.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking about doing, there is a spring football season this year, like FCS schools like Chattanooga. I might gamble those. If they're playing and I will gamble those, but I'm going to try to stay away from baseball, basketball, and all that for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is going into next season, hype it up. Here's the gambling stuff again.
Yeah.
Let's get going. A lot of like preview for the season, maybe like a month out. Put a bankroll.
Ooh.
Maybe put $2,000 in a bankroll or something like that. Save money up, put it in a bankroll, and then play like $250 games.
Damn. Okay.
And really do it. Like,
this is how you grow an empire.
Yeah, like really do it this year. So if we hit the Super Bowl, I'll take the Super Bowl and I'll bankroll that in the next year. Because if I could hit both these games, put $1,600 on the Super Bowl, and what I might, if I say you put it in the Packers, it's probably going to be like minus 200. So you'd put $1,600 down to win right at 1,000.
Yeah.
So you'd be at 2,600.
That's not bad.
You know, that's not bad going into the next season.
No.
Even if you want to put an extra 2,600 in there. So, all right. Well, I'm out of here. You got anything?
No. I've been looking at Bitcoin. I think I mentioned this to you a couple weeks ago. It's going down.
Keeps on going.
It popped back up, and it was like, oh yeah, parabolically, it's gonna bounce. It bounced, and then it bounced off the top, and now it's down again.
What's it at?
It's Bitcoin was at like 33,000 last time I checked, which isn't bad. When I bought in, it was 29. So I'm still good.
Yeah.
Ethereum, which is what I've mainly been looking at, just because I think I mentioned this before. Bitcoin is like
it's the vessel.
Gold.
Yeah.
It is what you put money into to not make money. It's to hold that value.
Yeah.
But Ethereum is like silver.
Yeah.
You buy silver to then send and or receive silver and then cash out.
Right.
Ethereum is sitting at 1,000. I bought in at 1,200 and 1,300.
Gotcha.
Oh no, Bitcoin dropped down to 29,000. I am still $400 up from what or $400 above where I bought in.
Cool.
I've only got like 200 in it,
right.
But I figure with over this next year, if I can put in like $100 every couple of weeks, $10 here and there maybe, I'll be fine. Save a little bit of money.
If it gets back around like 20, I might go back. I might go in.
I would say at this point, if it's down to 29, this time last year it was like 4,000.
Right.
I would definitely buy in if it goes down even 5,000. I would if you've got $5,000, I'd buy in for sure. Because even not to get political, but let's just say the new administration, there is a finance, secretary of finance or treasury or whatever.
Yeah.
That Biden has put in that has said cryptocurrency is going to be regulated because too many people are, laundering money through it and all that stuff, which it's not any different than what people do with regular banks.
Right.
Nothing
offshore account.
Yeah, nothing that has already been happening in the world is not happening in Bitcoin,
right?
But vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing new other than Bitcoin is traceable, actually. Like, every transaction a Bitcoin makes, or the fraction of Bitcoin, whatever, is marked so that it shows you exactly where it came from. So
Makes
honestly,
sense.
It's a little bit. It is more secure, and if you really want to be private about it, you can be. So,
right.
Anyway, well, we can talk about Bitcoin when we've got more time.
And you know what? Maybe that's something I need to go into when it comes to. I could always jump in.
I mean, if you want me to, if you want to give me like $500, I can start. I can start your accounts for you.
Nope. All right, so I'm putting here. This is just for Ethan in the title. UFC 247, NFL champ.
By the way, how are we feeling about Conor? Like, I mean, you talked about it, but let's talk about it a little bit more. We got 5 more minutes.
I feel great about Conor.
Like, seeing him getting hyped for this, just like all the videos that I've seen of him, interviews, all that stuff. Yeah. Like, it's gonna be good.
Let me tell you something. So, high-level athletes, when they have the resources like he has, like a LeBron, like a Tom Brady, like a oh man, who's
the man that's the face of the sport?
Like your goats, your guys that are older that have the money. They're Floyd Mayweathers. So those guys like that. When you have all this money and all the resources, there is no reason for you to lose, right?
No.
So all the suspense, all the stress, everything is going against you, right? You're the one that has everything to lose. But when you got a couple $1 million you can put into a camp, you have every resource possible to be successful. And when you take advantage of that and you're actually all in and dedicated, that's scary. And that's Tom Brady, and that's LeBron James, and that's Floyd Mayweather. And by God, that is Conor McGregor, and he is about to steamroll Dustin Poirier. I would take all my money. Take it all if Dustin went. Like, if I was one of those, like, serial gamblers, like one of those guys that, like, has
a problem.
Yeah. Seriously, if somebody walked up and said, hey, man, I've got $50,000 that I just want to, like, gamble on something. I got plenty of money. What's the lock this weekend? I'd say put $50,000 on Conor. I wouldn't say put it on the Packers. I wouldn't say put it on the Bills. I'd put $50,000 on Conor.
Makes sense.
And, I mean, you'd pay out, like, $40,000.
Yeah. I feel like Conor is hungry again. Just by what I don't know UFC, but from watching interviews with him, just him getting up to this point, he's hungry.
Everyone, Conor did so well, so young, so fast, that he's a household name, right? He's a superstar. Everyone wants to see him get beat. That's kind of, he's got now that Floyd Mayweather, like.
Yeah.
But Conor is still 30 years old. Conor's not even in his prime yet.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even know that.
Look that up. Look up Conor's age real quick. See how old Conor is. I'm 29. I want to say Conor is 30. He might even be younger than me.
He's 32.
He's 32?
Yeah.
Okay. So still,
yeah. Like, shit.
Yeah, so people think Conor's, like, old.
No. He was just that young.
So you're looking at your prime 32 to 35.
Yeah.
And then it's a steady decline. And that's 32 to 35 if you're not getting knocked out every night. So, or if you're not getting banged up every night. So Conor's fighting once a year or so.
That's fascinating.
This man's about to hurt someone. And what he's wanting to do is run 155. And if you look at that top five right there, you mean Tony Ferguson, Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor, and then Khabib just retired. And listen, nobody can fool me. Conor wins this weekend, he's fighting Khabib for the championship. People can it's pro wrestling, guys.
It really is.
Like, the UFC does pro wrestling better than pro wrestling, and they are hitting you with the all-time they're hooking you, they're reeling you in, and they're about to put you on the boat, and you're about to give them all your money. Like, this fight, when Conor, even if it's fake, and Dustin's getting paid to take a dive, Conor's going to drop Dustin in spectacular fashion, right? It's going to happen.
What if the whole plan is like Dustin takes the dive, but Conor doesn't know that?
Yeah. But
he just really knocks him out.
Dude, it's going to happen. And then Khabib and Dana are going to have these behind-the-door conversations. And then one day you're going to see on ESPN, breaking news. Khabib's coming out of retirement, and he's going to fight Conor McGregor in June.
This June?
Yeah. Ooh. It's going to happen this year, bro.
Oh, man.
So just remember this.
Speaking of wrestling, though, just real quick, we can tie this up real quick. How about that Mark Calloway, Joe Rogan?
Haven't watched it yet.
It's so good.
But I've heard it's incredible.
It's so good. They talk about hip replacements for like a solid 20 minutes.
I bet.
It's so good.
Yeah, I've heard only great things. And with the Rogan stuff, I like to either listen to it while I'm in the sauna or no one's around to distract me.
That's fair.
Haven't had that time yet.
No.
So Tia's got to work this weekend. The UFC fights are Saturday. We're watching that at the office. So probably Sunday night.
Yeah.
Sunday night I'll probably get into it.
It's what?
2-minute breakdown real quick.
Okay.
So Tia wanted a bed for her birthday. Her birthday was in August last year, right?
Oof.
So, but it's just been a matter of like finding the right thing. We're wanting to go from queen to king, that type deal.
That's a good jump.
And she wanted the whole like bedroom set and the mattress and everything.
God.
So, right, dude, she found a killer deal bedroom set.
Yeah.
All nice, hardwood, like 15 years old, still in fantastic shape. People took care of it. Got it off Facebook Marketplace. Heavy as every cuss word. So we just had to move it from garage to the U-Haul in Ottawa.
Yeah.
And we got in there about barely.
Yeah.
All right. It was me and her and a dude, right? Barely. And then I was like, I'm calling some people. They're moving this stuff in. So we called a moving company. They moved it in. Anyways, got that set up. So now we've got our king-size mattress on our king-size set, right?
Yeah.
So we went this past week. This past weekend. We went this past weekend looking for mattresses. So we go to like Mattress Firm. We go to Merman Mattress, and we're looking around. These things are expensive, right? So Tempur-Pedic, come on now. Those things are nice. So we ended up going to Mattress Firm after 2 days and about 7 hours of laying on mattresses and talking about mattresses and negotiating and dealing and all these things. So here's where they got me. They put you on the bed, right? The bad bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how
Then they take you to the best bed.
Of course.
Right? Then they put you on a bed that you're probably looking at, right? They put you on that bed. And I don't know, like, how beds have changed over the years, right?
That's how they get you. You don't buy a bed every year.
I've never bought a bed.
I haven't either.
Like I've had them like passed down from my parents. I've never slept in a nice bed.
No.
Right? My parents had a sleep number they gave me, and that was cool, right?
Yeah.
But it still wasn't like
it's a little gimmicky at this point.
Yeah. So, we're doing this, and I'm in this bed, and it's like a Serta hybrid, very nice, feels great. You sink into it. It's a cool top. All the gimmick.
That's
right?
all I need.
Yeah. And then the guy goes, "All right, close your eyes." I was like, "Wait a minute. What do you mean close my eyes?" And he goes, "Close your eyes. Let me do a 3-minute demonstration." And I was like, "What else is there to demonstrate on a bed? Like, it's a mattress. How are we demonstrating?" And he pulls out this remote. And on this remote, he goes, "I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to focus on your breathing. And I want you to focus on your lower back, your hip flexors. And I want you to tell me when it feels nice." And I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever, pal. I don't know what you're about to do. Is it a massage thing? Because I've had massage things. They're not very important." He starts pressing this button. In this bed now, your feet are raising and your back is raising. And it's an adjustable base.
Of course.
On hydraulics. Didn't even know it existed. Swear on my life, didn't know it existed other than a hospital bed, right?
Yeah.
So I'm raising up now. Boom. And it's putting you into the perfect spinal position. And when I tell you, this is not a gimmick. This is not like I sell zero mattresses. Okay. Listen. This is not Chatt with Gunner brought to you by Mattress Firm. All right. This is not that. You breathe better. You literally I don't know what happens, but supposedly when you're laying flat, your spine is actually like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you raise your feet and your back up just a little bit, not like watching TV, but just a little bit, it actually flattens your spine as if you're laying on your side. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the position it puts you in. You can breathe better. If you suffer from any type of indigestion or acid reflux, now that your stomach is below your head and your throat, it can't come up through your esophagus necessarily. It stays down there and just kind of
just gravity, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I have 3 pillows. Some people, hear that I have 3 pillows in my bedroom, and they're just like, "Wow, he's an asshole."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "No, I use 1 pillow and then 2 at my legs and 1 right at the lower back. And the one at my back is like the most compressible, and it's just barely lifting me off. Yeah. It's so good.
Felt incredible.
Of course.
With that being said, spent a lot of money on mattress.
They got you.
Yeah, they got me. But she's happy. I'm happy. She just wanted the mattress. She was completely fine with the mattress.
She just wanted a bigger mattress.
She just wanted a king-size mattress, would be completely fine with that, didn't want to spend a lot of money.
She's actually kind of mad that you bought.
She was. Yeah, it's 100%. 100%. So then I go, all right. Well, how about the king mattress is for you? But that $800 platform, that is for me because I need that. So now what I'm going to do is we've got a 70-inch TV in our living room.
Good Lord.
Right? So I'm going to take the 70-inch TV and I'm going to hang that bad boy in the bedroom so that I can press the TV memory setting on my remote and so I can watch TV perfectly. And then I'm going to get another TV for the living room. And that's how you end a show right there, pal.
That's ridiculous.
I'll take a picture and we'll put when I get everything in there set up, I'm going to take a demonstration video of me doing this in my
No. We can't do this unless we're sponsored, man. Come on.
Yeah, well, you're right. Mattress Firm. What you doing, bro? And they gave us one heck of a deal to be so expensive, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah. And these mattress places, they don't care if you're a veteran, right?
They don't give a...
I mean, they don't have no, like, military discount.
No.
But they try to say, we're going to give you this military discount. But they kind of screwed us, too, because they're like, hey, here's this weighted blanket, right? Weighs $129, but I'm going to give it to you for $16. Then you go to the website, and they're already discounting to like $40. So, I mean, I get it. It sells. It is what it is.
Mattresses are one of the easiest, but also like cutthroat places.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, man. Dude, I will never, I don't know, 20 years when I'm 60, 30 years, I'm not touching another mattress till I'm 50.
Listen, you're going to thank yourself for buying that mattress.
Right. And she's going to thank me eventually for this platform. Because thing.
She's going to come around to it.
Yeah, she'll come around to it. Oh, dude. Listen, she can say what she wants to. When she went up on that mattress, and I looked at her, she was like, oh, it feels so good. I was like, yeah, they just ruined me. Now, they put us on the Tempur-Pedic, the $10,000 bed, and did that. I literally almost melted into the bed. But there ain't no way in hell. No one is spending $10,000 on a bed. All right, I'm out of here. Let's get out of here, dude.